I said I'll have a little sip before we start. It's so absolutely rotten.
I didn't even say that yet.
Oh, wait till your mother watches this later. You get the text message
you're going
again.
to be disowned.
Cheers, lads.
Anyway, welcome back to the finish line. Proudly sponsored by Hollywood Bets and some vineyard down in Wexford.
You couldn't have planned
You timed that to perfection.
Oh my God.
I'm going to do the show someday from a
Drunk.
vineyard.
No, sober.
Sober, yeah. From a vineyard in France. I'm just going to sit. I'm going to go visit a vineyard and do the show from there, sipping wine someday.
I have a plan of doing a Montenegro in the near future.
I hope it stays fine. Okay.
Andrew,
yes,
better idea. Number one idea is we should all do it in Montenegro. Sounds
yeah, I'm all for that.
And number two is Hollywood Bets. We should do one from South Africa. You're based in South Africa. Get us out there.
I think that should happen in the next 9 to 12 months.
In the winter time, so it's nice and warm. That's their summer.
Say November.
November to February, anytime around then.
Karen, if you're watching, just take some notes. It's a business trip.
Business trip, Hollywood Bets special. Have us in your HQ, everything. Be fantastic.
We could go visit some golf courses for research purposes.
Go racing over there. I'd love to see what that's like.
There's actually golf courses on racetracks over there as well.
Sounds class.
Nice. There's bars as well, I presume. I'll wait there while you're playing golf.
Vineyards? South African
wine? Yeah. I went to vineyards over there. It's class. Yeah. Absolutely unbelievable.
South African wine's nice. I'm surprised you don't know.
It's great.
Hollywood Bets, make it happen.
Yeah, we'll try work our magic. Anyway, Irish Guineas weekend. So we're going to be covering the 2 days from the Curragh, and we've 2 races from Haydock as well. There's going to be no graphics because my mouse isn't working and I can't reach the screen. So Dave is going to call out the notes because the internet is off my phone as well. So bit of a mess up today. Anyway,
I took 1 day off and all hell has broke loose.
No, if you took 1 day off, this would all happen. You took 1 day off and you're still here.
Because I told you I was just taking a break.
Take a break. And he sat. What would you do, Andrew? If I got a break from this show, which I sometimes do take a nice little evening off, because it is 2 nights a week and, Sunday nights and stuff, I would be sat on my arse watching TV, probably drinking a glass of wine. What's Dave doing? Watching the show live. Messaging in the comments.
I was interested about the racing that went on, like the French Guineas and everything else that was on over the weekend. But I got some other text about what I was doing. I was like, I'm literally not doing anything. And the reason was because they changed my tablets the week before and it was just a bad week. And then I had a bit of work to catch up on as well for the gym and stuff. So it's like, I'll just chill. But sure, apparently I wasn't chilling. I was
making baby dinosaurs.
Gallivanting.
Baby Dave.
Dino Daves.
Yeah, well, at least the people that watch it out here, they think Tom is an alcoholic and they think I'm addicted to sex, apparently. So there you go.
I'll ask you this question. Are they wrong? See?
No.
Right. Racing terms. Tom? How's the nerves?
Yeah, there's a reason I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, a bit nervous. 2 runs tomorrow at Tipperary. McPherson the first. I would say his jumping is his thing. He's going to take a little bit of time to learn how to jump, I think. So once that improves a little bit and he gets a bit closer, happy days. And then, Cotty in the Mayor's Maiden. Joseph's looks the one to beat. It's around 119. So she's got some good bumper form, to be fair. But first time over hurdle is always an ask. So we'll see what happens.
There's some true people having a bet on as well, which isn't us, by the way. She's
We
gone
were
from
only
11.
on about these gambles the other day, like, and I clicked on it earlier. It was like 11-2 and 9-4. Oh, okay.
He literally texted us an hour ago. This thing has gone into 9-4 already. I was like, what?
I got 2
Where?
texts as well earlier. Did you get the 11-2? I was like, I didn't even look at anything, so no, I did not.
Yeah. After look. I don't know what happens sometimes. I think one bookie cuts it and then all the other bookies cut it again. So I don't know.
Look, Betfair will fix it tomorrow at some stage.
She's some nice form though, so
Bumper
She
form
does.
brings her right into it.
Yeah, she's good bumper form. She was second point. She wears it well. First time out with Galway. So, and she gets £8 from the favourite. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how she gets on.
And or McPhee's has been hell, or McPhee's Shauna till the end of the month.
Yeah, race, which sounded like ages away when we said it. We were like, oh, she's not going to run to the 27th. It's next Thursday. Like, it's tomorrow week. So,
Yeah, no.
yeah, there's a Mare's Maiden Herd at Limerick for her tomorrow week. So yeah, we'll stick her in that and see how we get on.
what day is my birthday?
25th of May.
Which is
2 days before, Dave. That's on Tuesday.
I was asking him, Tom, but thanks.
Which is Tuesday.
Because
Why?
he always forgets.
Why is that?
I was just checking that you knew.
Yeah, it's always on Champions League week.
It is.
That's how I remember.
The Europa League is on the Wednesday. Then we'll have Sean on a Thursday. Then I'll have a little rest on Friday, and then the Champions League's on Saturday.
Yeah, what a week. Then 2 weeks after the Euro starts.
I bought talking of birthdays. I bought a friend of mine a present. Lives in London. I sent her a present there. A nice little bottle of Jack Daniels, a special one. Never normally buy birthday presents. I don't know what possessed me to do it really, but I was just feeling very generous and nice. And he rang me up to thank me anyway. And I said, oh yeah, no problem. And he tells me his wife is pregnant with their first child. So I said, if I don't get godfather duties now, I'll never get them. Like, buying a present, opportune time.
Talk about
Signed, sealed,
bribing.
delivered.
Talk about
It kind of
bribing.
worked out as a bribe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Planned it perfectly.
Yeah. Stroke of genius.
Never get better than what he bribed me with to be Robin's godfather. Nothing.
Do we want to know about that now?
Nothing he got.
I was going to say I didn't get you anything.
Right. Right, last Pimlico. The cool arcade. Yeah?
Yeah.
No? Yeah? Shares, how's it going? Any left?
57.5% gone. So
Oh,
that's
Lord,
a
that's big.
really good start in our first. We've only had them for a week. Week tomorrow. We haven't even had them a week today. So yeah, that's really good going. So yeah, really happy with that. Share's still available. Give us a shout. He's been here for a week now. Really well. He's been here since last Thursday. Really nice horse. Settled in well. Big chaser. So yeah, lots of fun to be had next season, I think.
That Jack Daniels should at least secure another 5% on him.
Hope so.
Right, on to racing. Hey, Doc. Dave's going to read out the things tonight because I go at my phone. This will probably stop. So we are going to start with a Haydock 355.
The Haydock 335.
335. Why do
Your
I have to-
timings in the races you sent on, Andrew, are all over the shop this week, basically.
It's all right. I got it covered.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I realized it when I sent it and I said, damn, I'm going to confuse little shit.
So the prices are
I still have 355 wrote down here.
Dragon Symbol 11-4. Andrew's tip Diligent Harry 6-1.
Dickhead.
Method
Dave's tip.
6-1. Rohan 6-1. Isabella Joyle 6-1. St. Lawrence 7-1. The Learjet 7-1. And then 8-1 Bar.
Oh, go on, you do my job for once.
Andrew, who do you think is going to win?
Diligent Harry next.
See, I knew it. I just knew it. Anyway, Tom, off you go.
Yeah, it'd be a good race this because there's two, especially the two at the top of the market. They've run in some lower races, but they've lower grade races, should I say? But they've put up some really impressive performances. They've run to some crazy marks as well. Dragon Symbol ran to 111 last time out, which is insanely high to be able to run to that at Hamilton in a conditioned stakes race. he's obviously very interesting. And then Diligent Harry, as Andrew was saying, that's his tip. He's only run on the all weather, but he's run to 109 on the all weather as well, which is again insanely high. It's good to soft. That'll be interesting to see how Diligent Harry goes on the turf and on good to soft. Likewise with Dragon Symbol, his win was on good to firm. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he goes as well. The one here I'm going to tip up, because he's a big price, and I'd take him each way anyway, is the Learjet. Amazingly, he hasn't run to an RPR of the first two. However, he was third in the Guineas and 7-1. He wasn't third in the Guineas, sorry. He was third in the Guineas trial, the Greenham Stakes. He ran very well in that, and I'd give him a chance of being placed in this. Obviously, the first two are extremely interesting because they're completely untapped, basically. And Method as well. Method is another one. Looked a star 2-year-old last season at the start. Bombed out then at Newmarket and ran respectable then back there in October. Be interesting to see how he's come on and trained on. But yeah, I'd give the Learjet a chance. Law of Indices as well. This is a really good open race, lads. Law of Indices again for Ken Condon.
You're having a few bets in that, Tom, yeah?
Covering yourself.
There's just so many horses, lad. It's a really good race. And I think whatever wins it is, I know this is a Group 2. I'd follow whatever one wins this into a Group 1, I think. There's so many unexposed horses, and then some ones that set the form set a fairly high standard. So it's really open.
What's the race at Ascot for the Commonwealth?
Cup.
Diligent Harry to win this and the Commonwealth Cup.
Nice.
Like I've put him up the last 3 times. He hasn't run the last 3 times or 2 times, something like that. So people are sick of listening to what I have to say about him. But look, his form on the all-weather has been good. He won the 3-year-old sprint on the all-weather championship, beating the Mighty Gurkha by 2.5 lengths. Looks as green as grass. According to Clive Cox, he's going to be better on turf, but whether, as Tom said, the easing in the ground is going to suit him is another thing. But look, top 2 in the market, as Tom said, have ran to very high levels. Dragon Symbols, his best performance came over 5 furlongs last time on good the form. Whether the back, I know he's won over 6 already, but step up, back up in trip and on soft ground, is it going to be to his liking? Don't know. Same could be said about a lot of them. If the rain keeps coming the way it is, and there's a hell of a lot on the way for the next 2 days, it's going to be whoever handles it the most. The best horse mightn't win it on ground like that. It's just going to be who handles it the most, the best, should I say. You're going Method, aren't you?
I echo what Tom's saying. This race is basically a Group 1. If this was the Commonwealth Cup lineup, it wouldn't be a bad race. It's my favorite race of the weekend. Dragon Symbol has been super impressive. I put him up in the Ascot anti-post. We did.
Did you?
I did.
Tell you much I listen.
I was unsure what race he'd go for. He's just super impressive. I would side with him, but I would not be surprised if Method comes back to form.
You really liked him last year.
Really liked him last year. The race he was 8th in the Group 1. He had excuses. I backed him the following time, and I could not believe he got bet. But the horse that has beaten him is now going for it's that Winter Power that you were talking about Sunday. She's going to be going for the King Stand at Royal Ascot. 3-year-old filly, but she's going to go for that race. She's all speed. She looks a Group 1 sprinter. So I don't think being beaten by her is
it's not a bad thing in hindsight.
Is a bad thing, exactly. Martin Mead had advertised a couple of years ago, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
His form dipped a little bit, and he was kind of written off. He came back and won the Commonwealth Cup then as well. Similar profile. So I wouldn't be surprised if Method came back to form, but I'd side with Dragon Symbol.
Fair enough. Final selections, Tom?
I'd go to Learjet each way, but it's it's a hell of a race. It's a no bet race for me, but I'll enjoy watching that.
You are
Dragon
Dragon
Symbol.
Symbol, and I am going for good old Diligent Harry. 410, Dave.
Okay, the 410 at Haydock. The betting is Lazaloy 11-4 favourite. Joint favourite with Liberty Beach. Keep Busy 7-2. K Amore 4-1. Jabberwocky, great name, 7-1. Lady in France 10-1. You Better Believe It 10-1 and 12-1 Bar.
Keep going. Who are you putting up?
I'm gonna go for Nigel Tinkler's horse. You Better Believe It.
I better.
Yeah.
It was awful. That was nearly as bad as your Dublin and Dublin and Dublin.
Hit and miss last year, but when he was on form, he was very good. He's had a couple of winners in the last little while.
Year.
I wouldn't say the stable is in rocking form, but I think you can take on the top of the market. Liberty
Really?
Beach is a decent filly, but she doesn't win enough for me. Lazaloy was good. I'm nearly sure he came from the dark the last day, didn't he?
Did by your neck scraped in.
That's probably decent form, but he wouldn't have won that race if came from the dark got a clear run. So yeah, I went for an outsider, and You Better Believe It. He had good form last year.
Yeah, I think Liberty Beach is going to take a hell of a beating in this. She's, to me, the best form in the race. She's 2 for 2 first time up. This is her first run of the season. Like, she's formed behind Batash in the Group 1, beating 2.5 lengths. Second 1 length behind Alali. She was third behind Glass Slippers, then a half length third behind Glass Slippers in the Prix d'Abbey that Wood had won. Glass Slippers gone on to win the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint.
Love that filly.
John Quinn's horses are in good form. He's only at the 2 winners, but he's at having 12 place horses in the last 2 weeks. So look, I think it's all there for her. She goes on any ground. She's show form on it. She's good, fresh. I think she'll go off favourite. As you said, Lazaloy or Lazaloy wouldn't have won if come in the dark. Came from the dark, got a clear run last time. I think she's a good bit the best in the race. Method would worry me if he came back to his best, but I think she's going to take a hell of a lot of beating. Where are you going, Tom?
Not with Method in the other race, anyway.
What?
Oh, you just said Method would
Method
worry me.
was in the other race you talked about.
Oh, what am I talking about then? Go back. What am I on about?
Do.
This is good. You're buying me some time now.
No one worries me. So Liberty Beach wins.
He has no worries. Liberty Beach
wins. Yeah, no worries whatsoever, lads. Chill. That's you going back and we see Method. That's you flicking through. It's like, what? Anyway, yeah, no worries.
I was going to put up K Amora. One fresh last year. The ground might be a little bit of a worry there. So we're saying they're about Keep Busy as well. Very interesting. Doesn't win that often. And likewise with Liberty Beach. I am going to take a chance on
Lady in France.
The improving Jabberwocky. Or Jabberwocky, even. Eric Austin horse. Never thought I'd tip one of those up in Group 2, but there we go. I just think in sprinters, in form, improving, worth a chance.
Very true. Sprinters.
My selections get stronger as we go to the Curragh, don't worry.
As ever with Haydock as well, if you like a horse and he runs bad at Haydock, don't give up on him.
It's the kind of, if the rain keeps coming, the weekend to find your front runners at Haydock.
It gets very, very soft at Haydock, and you can
front runners that like
they're
getting
really tricky races. Those
the 3-year-old race, the Sandy Lane Stakes, like you'd have numerous people who would be fancying other horses for different reasons, but if one of them runs badly, I wouldn't write them off. Not at Haydock anyway.
Right, moving on to the Curragh, the only horse racing venue in Ireland as Niger without people in it.
They had some
there's some balls at that stadium.
A little whistle that goes on at all. Oh, it's madness. If there's a bit of wind at all, you're game over.
And there's always wind up in the Curragh. It's in back Arsenova.
It's just
Oh,
so open. It's like Newmarket. It's just so open. There's nothing stopping the wind coming at it.
Whistling everywhere. Group 2 sprint, Dave. Take us
Okay,
away.
the Greenland Stakes. Favourites Glen Shield 6-4. Speaking Colours 9-2. Laugh a Minute around the 6-1 mark. Sonoila 13-2. It's a weird name.
See, it's hard, isn't it?
Royal
It's not easy, is it?
No. Royal Commando 8-1. Summergan 8-1. Make a Challenge 10-1 and 12-1 Bar.
Tom, go to you this time.
I'm glad Dave said that name because I want to go with Sonoya. What is it, Dave? Sonoya.
Sonoya, I'd say, yeah. It's a weird one. Sonoila.
Sonoila. Something like Sonoila, anyway. Paddy Toomey's horse, who's now
Exactly. Paddy Toomey's horse.
Paddy Toomey's horse is now owned by Moiglair Stud. They've bought it since its last run. Won first time out last season. Has gone well fresh in the past as well. The season before that was second in a good maiden, second of 20. Was second behind Glen Shield, beaten and neck in the Phoenix Sprint Stakes last year at the Curragh. And yeah, I'd give her a chance now this year as well. First time out of reversing that should be another good race. She gets £6 off of him this time, and she only got £3, I think, the last time. So yeah, that gives her a fair chance.
Me?
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to go with Charlie Hills' horse, Royal Commando, if he runs. Some decent enough form last year that kind of towards the back end of the season leveled off. He was pretty bad towards the back end of last season. But it can be very hard for 3-year-old sprinters.
Mm-hmm.
He ran really well in the Commonwealth Cup. He was fourth at a crazy price. I think it's about 200-1. Came back out this year. I know a few people fancied him at Doncaster. He won that well. So you'd be hoping bigger, stronger horses, a 4-year-old, you start progressing on. He won well, so I'd like to see him run well again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked him as well, Royal Commando. As you said, won well last time. He was fancied to win. Glen Shields, if he's anything like he was at the end of last season, he'll be hard to beat. But these sprinters, they could beat each other 9 times out of 10. It could be a different winner. Look, this is not the strongest opinion of the race I have this weekend. I was looking at Laugh a Minute at one stage. I was looking at Royal Commando at another stage. Laugh a Minute is one of these kind of horses that pops up every now and then in these kind of races. Runs his race. You know what you're going to get. He's fit as a flea. He'd probably go and he goes on the ground. I'll go for Laugh a Minute. Look, it's not the strongest opinion in the world. It's the worst race I was looking forward to this weekend. But look, Glen Shield runs to the form that he won on Champions Day at Ascot last year. He'd be hard to beat. But as Tom said, Peter Toomey's horse, I'm going to attempt to say the name. He's getting a lot of weight off him for the neck that second behind him last year, but he could easily turn it around. Look, there's a lot of horses in there with a chance, but Laugh a Minute each way would be one I'd land on if I'd having a bet on it. Yeah, not inspiring.
Not inspiring choices. Yeah, it was a tough race.
Yeah. Right, Irish Guineas, Dave, the 2000 one.
Yeah, Irish 2000 Guineas. The betting is Lucky Vega 9-4 favourite. Wembley 9-2, Poetic Flair 11-2, Battleground 13-2, Labarossa 13-2.
Great name.
Van Gogh 9-1, Max Swiney 10-1.
Also great name.
Monasib 10-1, Thunder Moon 10-1, and then 25-1 Bar. A couple of mad outsiders.
Is it as easy as saying Lucky Vega's going to win? He had a lot of these behind him at Ascot. Poetic Flair probably not going to run. He ran the weekend. Just gone. On that, you think Lucky Vega's going to be hard to beat, wouldn't you? Tom? Dave? Anyone?
Well, I think it's happened a good few times that the O'Brien horses, some of them will run bad at Newmarket and then find their form for this race. I'm sure he wants one of them to win, but some of them just ran.
It wasn't bad. It was
to be
awful.
true. It was stink. Battleground worried me. I know he's a big horse, but Warfronts is 3-year-olds. They just don't seem to train on at all.
Mm.
The one, the Aiden one I liked was Van Gogh.
Mm.
I think he has a chance. He's some decent form. But I would side with the way it's looking like now. The ground is going to be, and we're going to get a lot of rain in Ireland over next
Jim Bolger.
next 2 days. I'm going to go with Max Swiney. I think if you like Bolshoi Ballet, that's a really hard name to say as well. Say that, Tom, will you? You like him.
Bolshoi Ballet.
That fella, yeah. If you like him, you want Max Swiney to be running well here. If you like him for the Derby.
Yeah.
First race of the season, he was 4th. I don't think that was a bad race at all. I think he will want soft ground. Whenever he got soft ground last year, he ran maybe, 10 or 12 pounds better than he ran. And the other time, he's throws in a stinker, but it's on good or firm ground. He gets soft ground, he pops up and he wins at a decent price.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement. I think the way the weather's going, we are in for a monsoon over the next 2 days. So by the time Saturday comes around, the ground is going to be, I'd say, at best, soft.
Yeah.
So everything is in his favour. But look, Lucky Vega on the back of his guineas run behind Poetic Flair and Master of the Seas. He'd be hard to beat if he comes on for that. That was his first run of the season. He comes on for that, he's going to be very, very hard to beat. But look, Max Swiney is a very decent price. I think 10-1 is still big enough. I think he's going to be the each way horse that people latch onto. But he'll have to put in a career best performance to beat Lucky Vega, but I think he'll get close, if anything. At worst, he'll be placed, I think. But I think Lucky Vega could be by far the best in this race, with Max Swiney filling the places somewhere, and then some Aidan O'Brien 25-1 shot going third.
Probably, yeah.
Where are you going with it, Tom?
I am quite keen to give Battleground another chance. The money that came for him late, he actually went off favourite for the Guineas, and just did not handle the track. He's a big boy. I'm not too worried about him training on with the Galileo found angle to his pedigree. He's won on soft ground at Ascot. I don't think there's any worry there. I don't think there's any worry that he stays. And for me, I think he's a pretty big price. I wouldn't take anything away from Lucky Vega. Put him up last time in the Guineas as an each way shot, and he ran very, very well there. I think he clearly handles Newmarket, which was a massive asset for him in that race, as so many didn't. One I will throw out for you each way, and it wouldn't surprise you, would it, if Kevin Prendergast pulled one out of the bag, a bit like Jim Bolger. It doesn't surprise you when he pulls one out of the bag. A horse called Monasib was third at Leopardstown, the Guineas trial, behind Poetic Flair. He wasn't beaten very far that day. I'm sure he wasn't fully revved. They've missed the Guineas to come here, which I'm sure, knowing Kevin Prendergast, was probably always the plan. Form last year is very good. Has won on soft ground and was second behind High Definition at the Curragh. Wouldn't surprise me if that one ran into a place.
Yeah, solid picks all around. So we are... Labarosa is also another one. If you like Lucky Vega, he was second behind Masters Seas, so the Collateral Farm, he's second in the Craven, so he's a big enough price as well. Look, it's probably going to come down at most things this weekend. Who's going to handle the ground the best?
Handle the ground, yeah.
So it could be the time to start looking into who handles soft, who doesn't handle it.
Labarosa and Lucky Vega are both by Lope de Vega, and they generally do like soft.
Oh,
ground.
they love it. They love getting the toe in.
Generally do.
Right. Moving on to the 355.
Okay, so the 355, the Lamwood Stud Stakes. Champs Elysees, 13-day favourite. Thunder and Knights, 9-4. Valeria Messalina, 11-4. Too Soon to Panic, 8-1.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. Epona plays 10-1, Soul Search 12-1, and 14-1 Bar.
Tom, Champs Elysees. Winner? Yes, no.
Yes, probably. Very hard to take on, I think. Lovely performances and progression last year. Nice comeback run at the Curragh. And yeah, it is going to be very tough to beat. Just have to give £3 to rest them, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. One I'll throw out there at a bigger price as well is Epona Plays. Was in my tracker for most of last year. Caught the iron a few early maidens. Managed to win her maiden then at Goran. And steadily progressed from there. Went back to Goran and won a Group 3. Won a Group 3 at Naas this year on the first start this year on soft ground and won it well. Wouldn't surprise me if she progressed now as a 4-year-old. And yeah, she's the danger for me. And if I was having a bet in the race at 10-1, she'd be at each way.
Very good. Where are you going?
Yeah, I respect the favourite. She is the Group 1 winner in the field. I thought it was a very hard race to weigh up though. One each way that'll run a race, but she definitely won't win a Soul Search.
Soul Search.
She just is just nuts like.
What?
She'll probably travel. She'll probably be last off the bridle.
Your type of horse.
She'll be last off the bridle, and for maybe 50 yards, you'll think, "Oh my God, this thing is actually going to win today," and then she won't win. But she'll probably place though. So
she's one. If you've got Betfair, lads, if you want to have a bet on her before and lay her in running, I guarantee you she'll trade shorter running than she does before the race.
The same the last day. I was having a joke with one of the lads with Robbie about it, and he was like, "Oh my God!" And then, literally a furlong out, like I was like, "Oh my God, she's actually going to win." And
Travel's like a travel thing.
A decent enough race, and then just didn't win.
No, where'd she finish? Fourth, third. Yeah. Look, I think Champs Elysees it will be very hard to beat. As Tom said, good comeback run to Curragh last time over 7 furlongs. It looked short for she needed a run. She ran on at the end again. She's a Group 1 winner. She improved no end last season. You just give away £3. There shouldn't be any hindrance to her. So I think she's going to take a hell of a lot of beating. Tundra Knights is an interesting one, especially with all this rain coming, and this is going to act like more of a 1 mile, 1.5 mile 2 race. Second behind Broome last time over mile 2. I think that the way the race is going to work out with the conditions could play to her strengths as well. She could be the one that's going to put it up to Champs Elysees. But I think Champs Elysees is in her top form. She's going to be hard to beat. She's rated the best. I think she's by far the best in it.
What's going on with the rain? It's like the end of May.
This time last year, we were sitting out my back.
I don't understand this. No.
Literally in a pair of shorts, having a few beers with the telly outside.
It's very
the weather's been shit. Like it snowed in April. Like
last week there was hailstones and they were massive as well. Like. It's very odd.
There was so much rain. I think it was 3 days ago. My back garden was actually flooded in the space of an hour. Like
the way the ground's going to be this weekend, it wouldn't be like obscene to see it in November.
But guess what? The 4 hours that we were playing golf on Saturday, the sun's meant to be splitting the rocks, then it rains after 2 o'clock.
We're playing golf on Saturday, Tom. We're getting ready.
You're playing.
He's playing. God bless us. I'm bringing the Harley Hamlet with me.
Walking is good for you, Tom.
No need to spoil a good walk, though, is there?
Well, that's what they say.
I'm going to take odds on Dave quitting by the 9th hole. Waiting up in the clubhouse first.
I have an electric caddy thing as well, so I don't even have to drag the thing around.
Are you allowed to drink on the golf course?
You can do whatever you want, Tom.
You can. We can actually buy bottle holders and glass holders on them.
Coffees and breakfast rolls.
Yeah,
of course you can. Yeah,
Tom, there's often a time myself and a few lads had a beer on it. They can't check your bags. Like
it's about 4.5 hours. Like you have to do something.
Couldn't get through 4.5 hours without drink.
Tom would have two bottles of wine.
not on a Saturday afternoon, anyway.
Tom be doing some strange things to the 9th hole.
Oh God.
Oh. Things will be fun now. We're doing this golf day.
I'm looking forward to it, I have to say.
It's going to be some crack when we do a golf day, lads. It's going to be hilarious.
He's been organised.
It's nearly organised.
I know, you were saying, yeah.
the Waterford Castle got back to me today, so should be good to
Waterford
go.
Castle?
Yeah.
They're going to let us loose in Waterford Castle.
Shut up. They don't know. They don't watch us. Shut up.
I can't wait.
The food and the wine is good out there, so I'm delighted, to be
You're
honest.
sorted, Tom.
Oh, look.
The only thing is, you got to get a ferry over and back.
Somebody's going swimming.
Yeah. Someone else can drive. I'm not driving onto that
I'm
ferry.
going staying in the castle that night.
Oh, yeah.
I am.
I'm staying in
I'm
your
staying
room
in-
then. You're paying for it. I'll
Staying
stay.
in the castle.
Happy
that night.
days.
Sorted.
Thanks, Dave. We'll all jump in
It's
there.
very nice of him, Tom, isn't it?
You're welcome.
Yeah, really
I'll,
good.
I'll say it's a business meeting.
I'll spoon you, no hassle.
Get away with it somehow. Lovely. That didn't register there for a minute.
Tom,
Anyway.
doesn't know what it takes to stay in a room with you.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might just get my own room, actually.
Now you can choice of 2 rooms.
Ooh.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Go to Tom for the wine, go to Dave for the good time.
Oh, God.
It's looking on the 20th of August. It's a Friday. So
Is that Tremor week? No.
is it?
If that's Tremor week, you may reschedule.
Office? No, it would not.
Oh, should we do it in the morning?
No,
We'll watch the morning.
Tremor will be the week before.
Oh, it's usually the third. Check it there. Because that'd be a good day, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Golf in the
It
morning,
might be a good day. Jesus.
tea off 12 o'clock. You're so old, but you're so young.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Trying to find
Sunday.
fixtures. Oh, yeah, fixtures. Here we go.
In the car.
Oh, yeah, Cora Sunday while Tom is up in fixtures. Sorry. See, you're meant to control the show
I
tonight.
am. I'm kicking on. 240 the Curra, the Tattersalls Gold Cup Group 1 for the older horses.
With top 7 in the bet and all trained by Aidan O'Brien.
Aidan O'Brien Brigade, basically.
Aidan O'Brien Gallop.
Favorite is Love, 6-4. Armory is 9-2. Broom 9-2. Japan 6-1. Mogul 8-1. Serpentine 8-1. Jesus. Tiger Moth 8-1. Then we have Cayenne Pepper.
Hey,
12-1.
that Aidan O'Brien
Pelvic
horse.
Dream 16-1. Search for a Song 20-1. And then 25-1.
True
Bar.
self won't run. She's run over in England in a few days.
So, who's going to win?
Love won't run.
No, I don't think so. Oh.
They won't run. Come on, Tom. Let's hear it. Come on. He's mad to see us.
He hates her.
Oh, I enjoyed that last year, lads. That was some crack.
She doesn't like her.
She's not going to run.
Why isn't she going to run, Andrew?
She's getting her hair done.
That's class.
Love doesn't like soft ground. Newsflash.
No, not getting into it now. Anyway, it's probably not going to run.
Why don't we talk about value in betting instead? That's our second favourite topic, isn't it?
No, I'm not talking about value. We only have. We might have to actually run our second last race. Talk about something.
I woke up to a text message about value in betting today, and I was like, oh, I'm not doing this today.
See, this is why I'm not in that group anymore. I've taken myself out because I've gotten too many arguments.
I enjoyed it. I had a laugh with Dave, and then I gave up. Then I said that's enough.
I had a laugh with Tom, and I knew like he was laughing, but some people didn't get sarcasm whatsoever.
Well, what was said?
That's another fucking point altogether.
We'll get onto it in a minute. I want to hear about it.
I said
Go on, say it
I
then.
said that Tom was agreeing with the fella, but he wasn't agreeing. I was being sarcastic, saying he's agreeing because I know that Tom didn't agree. But apparently that was not sarcastic, but it was, and it was funny. And me and Tom had a laugh about it, and then that was it.
Right,
Should
who
just
wins this?
drop in there about the Palestinians and the Israelis and just see how it all blows up.
No, please. You
All
shouldn't have.
fucking hell break
Why
loose.
does he say stuff like this?
And everyone thinks we're the bad ones.
Sure, look. Who do I think will win this? I asked you, Andrew, but you didn't give me an answer.
Oh God. Serpentine interests me. I really like him. I think he's going to be a better horse this year. He's going to improve from last year. I think they need to ride him prominently. Whether he's going to want this kind of test on his first start of the season is the thing. The obvious one is Armory on the back of his win at Chester. Looked a different horse altogether this year. Looked like he's had to improve a bit. Look, he didn't have to improve much to win that, but we'll go on the ground, I'd say, because he form on soft, don't he? It was soft at Chester or something like that, wasn't it?
It's good soft, yeah.
Yeah.
It was soft over in Mooney Valley as well.
Yeah, I think he'll take a bit of a beating, but I'd like to see how Serpentine run. If he turns up, I will be backing him. So my picking is Serpentine, but I think Armory will be hard to beat if he's in the same form.
I don't think either of the top two will run. I hope Armory doesn't run because I want him to run at Royal Ascot in the Princess of Wales Stakes. And then it's kind of take your pick from the Aidan O'Brien ones. I'd say if they don't win, obviously Broome will be favourite. But if Serpentine ran, I'd go with him as well. We both put him up as a horse to follow, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. And I do think he'll be a better 4-year-old.
Remember that when you robbed him on me? You didn't even tell me. Absolute shite talk.
That was a good day. What about you, Tom?
I'm liking this.
I suppose it is just a cop-out to say Aidan O'Brien, isn't it? I mean,
Aidan O'Brien's going to win it, lads.
First 7 in the betting is some going. It's just going through them then, isn't it? And it's a case of what's going to run. He'll win it with something. Love, as you said, I don't think will run here. I doubt they'll want to start her off on soft ground in open company against Geldings, or Colts and Geldings even. Armory was impressive, but that's only 16 days ago, and I feel they'll want to go to Royal Ascot. Japan, they upped in trip. I doubt they're going to want to come back down in trip. Mogul is, as you would call, a shite hawk.
Correct.
He's a fool now.
Serpentine.
He looks so angry when you said that.
Serpentine would be interesting, but his best form is definitely on good ground. And yeah, I just don't know about him. And Tiger Muff's good form is on good ground as well. That leaves me basically with Broome. They've ran the absolute crap out of him this year, but like a good tough horse of Aidan O'Brien's, he keeps responding and keeps winning. I'd be interested in him. I think if you want to bet on this race, probably, and you don't want to back Love, probably have a bet now because she's shaping the market. And with all the rain we're due, I cannot see her running. And if she does, I can't see her running to her best ability, especially first time out. I think to be honest, a Broome at 9-2 is a fair price, and I'm probably going to back him myself after the show.
I hope they don't run Love, and I hope they don't run Armory, and I hope they run Love in the Coronation Cup and Armory at Ascot, because Alaze is going to the Coronation Cup, and Love is going to be a good price, and she will batter him.
He looks a weapon, that lad, though.
So that fella won last weekend.
Last week, yeah.
He looked very good.
Form is terrible.
Here we go. 10 minutes at you arguing. Let's go.
No, it is.
Not even an argument. She's winning races by 10 lengths, but she's terrible. Yeah.
That's it. See, this is what Andrew. This is what gets me. Dave's like, she's terrible. I didn't say she's terrible. I said her form is terrible.
Which means she's terrible.
No, it doesn't. I think she's terrible.
I am not getting involved. It's like listening to no one all the argument. I was like, get out. I'm not listening. She solved it yourself.
I hope she goes to the Coronation Cup and she beats him, and then no one can question this shit anymore.
Is a betting there first? Tom, betting for the Coronation Cup.
Coronation Cup. I'll have to have a look. Where's that at? Goodwood?
No, my God.
Epsom,
Epsom, Tom.
Epsom. Is it actually Epsom?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was at Royal Ascot because Abby was always win.
10-1, so that would say that she's probably not running. But if she doesn't run the weekend, then that is the natural place to go.
Who's in that?
Alaze is favourite at evens-ish. Japan, Armory, Broome. So all the Aidan O'Brien bandwagon. In Swoop, Pile Driver, Mogul, Love.
Yeah.
10-1 some price if she was going there. Holy moly.
10-1. I'll give it to you now, lads. 10-1 is some price. If you knew she was going to run there, that is a hell of a price.
I think she will. She will. I don't think she runs the weekend. I think Armory's going Prince of Wales Stakes, so it's the one in the middle. And then I was talking to someone about this. Could be totally wrong, but I think she'll go there. She go to the King George in the middle of the summer. Ascot 1 mile 4. Back for the Yorkshire Oaks. 1 mile 4, and then they'll go to the Breeders' Cup.
Skip.
Ooh, you don't think they'll go for the Arc?
No, I don't think so. No. Nope.
It's always the ground is always soft.
If they're protecting her on soft ground, she won't go for the Arc.
It depends on the ground. It's not always soft, but it can come up obviously very soft. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see her at the Breeders' Cup. I think
that's where the season is designed to go. It's the Breeders' Cup. That'll be our last race.
that filly and mare turf thing. I actually think she could come back and win that a few times on better ground.
No, sure, she's going to get whooped by Tarnawa.
Tarnaro will go for the Arc.
Yeah, no, she'll head off the Breeders' Cup then after.
She could do. She done it last year. She done both. So yeah, that's possible.
I can't wait to see her. It's the only really flat horse I'm really looking forward to seeing.
She's good. Very good. Anyway, Irish 1,000 guineas.
Hey, I was waiting. You're in control tonight.
315 Irish 1,000 guineas at the Curragh again. The favourite is Joan of Arc, around 2-1 mark.
Dave's tip.
No, God, no.
What?
Pretty Gorgeous, 94. Fev Rover, 92.
Oh, there it is.
Shale, 92. No Speak Alexander, 9-1. Miss Amulet, 10-1. Empress Josephine, 14-1. And then 20-1 bar. And seeing as you spoke over me there, I'll give you my tip.
Jesus Christ.
It's Pretty Gorgeous. Joseph's horse.
Yeah.
I wasn't overly, I suppose, impressed with her last year, but her form is just rock solid. Everything in that
The Phillies
Mile she won is coming out and winning races.
Mother Earth.
I think I backed Zabeel Queen that day, and I was really disappointed in her run. I don't think we've seen her, but Shayla's a good horse. She was 6th. Dubai Fountains come out and won. Mother Earth's won the 1,000 guineas and then ran in France and was 2nd. Probably got run down. I think she was probably an unlucky loser. Indigo Girl will 100% win the French Oaks. I think she's unbelievable. And Pretty Gorgeous has beaten all of those. So I think it's the best bet of the weekend.
Yeah, Tom probably going to put something different. I don't know if he is or not, but I'm Pretty Gorgeous as well, so I'll just get it out of the way. As Dave said, Mother Earth Guineas winner, Dubai Fountain, Grade 3 winner, Chester, Snowfall won the Musador, Lilac Road, who was stone last in that race, is beating Nick next time out in the Lister race. Shale, they think is a very good horse, was 2.5 lengths in our comeback run. Friendless in the markers. Look, her form is working out. She's a big filly. I think she's going to train on. No problem whatsoever. Joan of Arc, they wouldn't want to leave her out in front on her own. She'll get away from it. She might come back to her. She's race fitness on her side. If they leave her go off, she could be very hard to catch. But I think Pretty Gorgeous, she comes on from last year. Joseph have her forward enough for this. Like, she was intended to run in the 1,000 guineas at Newmarket. So the extra little break to get her more straightforward mightn't be a bad thing whatsoever. So I think she's going to be very hard to beat. One that might also run out her odds is No Speak Alexander. She actually won the race that Champs Elysees was placed in the last time over 7 furlongs at the Curragh. Won it good enough, like in a style of a horse that's improving. So she could. What price is she again? 10s?
9-1.
9-1. She could outrun her on her odds. But Pretty Gorgeous, I think if she's straightforward enough, I think she'll be hard to beat. Her form is rock solid. Everything she beat in the Phillies Mile is at the coming out and win. Not everything, but majority at the coming out and winning good races. So I think she has the back form to take a hell of a beating in this.
Joseph's are in form. She handles the ground and is by a sire that handles that.
Who's she by?
Lawman. He was a French sire that
How do you know all this crap?
Heavy enough ground. So, Tom, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. Pretty Gorgeous. I really liked her last year. And as we say, her form backs up. She's a big scopy mare as well. I don't see any reason she won't improve from 2 to 3. If you look at her form, anytime she ran on anything softer than good, she won. And yeah, I'm really excited about her. I think it's pretty straightforward. 5-2. She's probably a bet for me, to be honest.
There you go.
Yeah, probably a good bet, actually.
Seal of approval.
Naps and next best.
And Dave, I just think you
jumped too early. You jumped too early. Sorry, Tom, go on.
No, I just think, Dave, you might have actually nailed something there with that Indigo Girl in the Prix de Diane on the 20th of June. 7-1 is available. It's good. Good shout out.
To me, she would have won the Oaks, but she's going for the Prix de Diane. I'm sure John Gosling said that. So
Gonna have a
she's
little bet on her, I think.
she's a shoe-in, I think, for that.
We should just say as well, lads, it's the Grand Steep de Paris.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
The
right.
weekend, yeah.
Rachel's on fucking.
And Rachel's going over to ride Le Berry, hot from riding
Le Berry?
and Cotty on Thursday.
I love him.
Liberty big.
Le Berry?
A big grey chaser.
He's a lovely horse now.
The grey aeroplane.
No prices. Can't get him.
No prices.
I don't have him here anyway.
Was she not
9
meant
to
to be?
4.
Was she not meant to be on the other yoke? Wasn't
Is
he?
Le Berry 9-4?
Yeah, 9 to 4
Oh,
Le
wow.
Berry. Yeah. Oh no, hang on, she's riding Nadjas, isn't she?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah. Sorry, she's riding Nadjas.
Kate don't care
The
anymore.
grey fella will win.
Is he in it as well?
He was really gutsy the last day. He looked like he was going to get beat, and he really put his head down and rallied well. They're against each other. 2 David Coton horses. Really interesting.
You have the inside scoop. Who do they favour?
Jesus, I wish I did. No idea.
Pick one, Tom.
If I had to pick one, I would pick Le Berry.
Tom.
And L'Autonomy is running
L'Autonomie.
in the French champion hurdle as well. Ronald Pump is going to run against her, which is quite interesting.
Ronald Pump.
Yes. Oh, say it again. Ronald Pump. Oh, yeah.
It's brilliant.
I cannot wait now for this. I hope they're commenting. No, it'll be an English comment.
Oh, we have to watch it in French.
Oh, brilliant.
Of France Gallop. Ronald
Do we should actually do that? Compare his version of Ronald Pump to yours.
No, do it properly, please.
No, fuck am I doing that?
You nearly did.
You're right. You're on your own there,
Oh,
pal.
one more glass of wine in and now
Yeah,
you want
it's
to
gone,
wine for
yeah.
us.
Yeah. Okay,
No, I've only had the one. That's all.
Ronald Pump.
Tom, you're on the spot. Napson next best.
Nap is pretty gorgeous, and next best is Broom, because I think he'll run.
Still in my head.
Bump. Oh,
It's the way you
God,
do it.
so childish.
Oh, my nap is pretty gorgeous. My next best is Liberty Beach.
My nap is pretty gorgeous. My next best is Max Swiney. I don't go anywhere now because we have to do an ascot selection.
This,
Oh,
George, this confirms to me I can actually take a day off.
Yeah, I can, yeah.
you can actually take a day off. Me and Dave will handle this sometime on our own.
I don't know how to set it up, so we have to come down and do that. But he's
So I can take a
spoiling.
day off. Then, so I can take a day off.
Descend into chaos at some stage, but anyway, we'll just start going on about politics and killing each other. But it'd be
Oh,
fine apart from that.
I sit back and watch it that night. I'm like, what am I after leaving them do?
You would just see like 4 years hard work just go up in smoke.
Email off YouTube. Your channel has been discontinued.
You're not the racing blogger. You're all right.
Do you want me to go first for the
It's good.
the ascot? Stop now. The, the ascot selection.
Oh,
Yes, no.
poop.
Oh, don't.
Toot to the fruit.
Oh my God.
Oh, poop. Friends is back. I can't wait. Anyway, come on. You wanted to go first.
Uh,
I have no selection.
the one
Tom.
that because I was going to remember I was supposed to say it here last week.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, I never said it. It was Armory for the Princess of Wales Stakes, and if you go through the betting, a lot of the horses in front of him, I wouldn't think will run. So even the three of us kind of agreed he's a good price. But my anti-post bet today is Broom for the Hardwick Stakes. He's around 6 or 7 to 1. It's a perfect trip for him. Ahead of him in the betting is Alazi and Japan. I don't know if Alazi is going to run if he goes for the Coronation Cup. It's kind of 15 or so days. That would be kind of 2 hard races in a row. I think he'd be good enough to win that. So Broom for the Hardwick Stakes.
My one is one that I put up already today. Diligent Harry to win the Commonwealth Cup. I really, really do think this fella is going to be a top-class sprinter. Clive Cox with these kind of horses at Ascot, he has a great record. Did he win? No, he won this last year, didn't he?
Golden Horde won it.
Golden Horde won it last year. He knows what type of horse it takes to win this. He's currently 10-1 to win it. If he runs well on Saturday, he could be half that price. So I'm going to back him this evening. Look, he has Campanelli is Wesley Ward's horse, Point and Shoot Merchant. And then Suiza. No, I don't even know who trains that. But yeah, he's third then in the betting at 10-1. I think he could be the right horse for that race. Well, he'll have 5 runs under his belt by then, and I think he, at worst, will be placed in that. So, Diligent Harry is my second Royal Ascot Anti-Post tip for 2021.
Tom.
I am going to give One Ruler another chance. In the St. James's Palace, St. Mark's Basilica was very impressive in France, but is now a short price favourite. This lad was second behind McSwiney in what I will always know as the Race Post Trophy, but is the Bertram Futurity Trophy.
Awful name.
Went off a 6-4 favourite, was very, very well fancied. Hammered Van Gogh at Newmarket, and sixth in the Guineas, ran a respectable race. Is 12-1. So at that price, each way in the St. James's Palace, I'd give him a chance.
Good. That's it now. You have to lead the
Oh, you have to do the end of it. When we back, what's happening?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So now I'm never getting a day off. So we are back on Sunday as always with Talking Points, where we will be going back over all the action from the current 2 races from Haydock and any other action that we might think is worth talking about, any swindling going on Betfair and so on that might be going on, but who knows? It's a long week. It's only Wednesday. So again, thanks for watching. Keep liking and subscribing. Keep telling your friends about us and everything else to go with it. Comment below who you think is the best bet of the weekend and who you think is the biggest lay of the weekend. And again, we'll see you on Sunday live at 8 o'clock for Talking Points. I have to lean over and try to edit this out, but I'm not going to bother. See you Sunday, lads.